Peace, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Randumb. It's another Sunday. I don't know what's going on, guys. Please forgive me. Um, I had to like move to a different space. You got some stuff going on around the house and all that other stuff. So this is just temporary. But I promise you, I'm gonna have a permanent space next week. More likely, I'll get back to my other space. But anyway, we here. So yo, I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday, 4th of July weekend. You already know how that goes, man. So most of y'all getting ready for cookouts and all the other good stuff. So right now, I'm about to bring in the team, and we about to get it going. So we here. Hey, yo, Steph, what's goody?
It's Steph, yo. What's going on, everyone? It's Stephanie Gill here. What's up, Lyrics? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Just trying to, get through this whole ordeal here in crib. But
Yeah.
hey, I'm just glad to be here.
Yes, indeed. What's up, fellas? Avis,
Right.
what's going on, man?
What's good, y'all? ADV and the Spy Avis, we in here. And shouts out to everybody here on the panel right now. How y'all doing? What's good, Eric?
No, I'm good, man. Why everybody look like they're podcasting except for me and do I have to get a microphone now and headphones?
I had to
keep
follow
up?
suit with Avis. I didn't know he was going. I didn't know
guess
he was
I'm
going to
next.
go out the way he did in the last episode. So I was like, "Oh, you got that set up? I got that set up too." It
Look,
doesn't
we have
look
to
as
make it even.
as
We have to
as
make it
glamorous. You got the Shore. I got the MXL is good too, but nah, you look like
Avid looked like he had a switchboard up in there.
right.
even. Oh,
Whole
man.
professional studio up in there, man.
I got to use the equipment I got. So right now it's working, but I appreciate y'all.
Word. So what are we getting into, Lyrics? Let us know.
Yo, oh man. And then, no doubt, man. And yo, we also got Famos, Ramos. What's good, Ramos?
I'm good, man. I'm good, chilling.
Yo, you already know what we about to get into, man. Yo, we about to get into Let the Fuckery Commence.
Hey, let's do
There
it.
it is.
Let's get it.
All right.
Gotta get into that, man. Come on now. Yeah.
What are we getting into after
That's
that?
what's up. Yo,
Wait,
today's
before
topic of discussion is going to be a closed discussion with some special guests. So, we're not doing the open thing today. But anyway, today's topic of discussion is the differences between what?
Oh no, I was gonna say before we start, I wanted to just shout out some birthdays to the folks and also shout out the folks
Hello?
out in the chat. Yeah, let's shout out what's going on, Moon Man Flow. I saw you come up here first. Moon Man Flow's in here. Benny's in here. Who else do we have? Mr. Shinobi 903 is in here. What's
Yep.
going on? All our regulars up in here. So I love y'all for showing up, on this holiday weekend. And also I want to shout out in particular, her birthday was a couple of days ago. Shout out to Mandy La Loca. She just turned dirty 30. So we can't start the show without acknowledging one of our biggest fans. So she's working right now, but Mandy La Loca, happy birthday.
I don't think she would appreciate you calling her a fan, though. I think she did that on many occasions.
She's family. All right, she's family.
Happy birthday, Mandy Loco.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
And also, I want to shout out my eldest niece, Lakeisha. Today's her birthday, and she's already in the 30 club.
You interrupt me in mid sentence.
You said, I didn't mean to interrupt you in mid sentence. My bad, man. My bad.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, everybody. Birthdays, man. Nah, I ain't
All
trying
right.
to hear that, man. Go ahead.
My bad.
Anyway,
Let's get into the topic though.
nah, son. Like, we'll talk later, B. But
Come on.
anyway, yeah. So today's topic of discussion.
Mhm.
Is the differences between vegetarian and vegan diets. So let's jump into it. You know what I'm saying? We will have a special guest, rapper, you know what I'm saying, and also Alkaline Vegan, himself, my man Carnage. He just texted me. He said he'll be in a little late, but that's what's
All
up. Kennedy Williams, what's good? We see you. Salute.
What's up, Kennedy? How you doing, man?
Yeah, like and we supposed to have somebody. The Ranters Union.
Yeah.
What's up? That's the family right there, Ranters Union, man. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
We're supposed to have somebody else here too, right?
Yeah, she's supposed to come a little later, but we shall see. We shall see. But at least we'll have Carnage in here. So that will be an extra. That'll be a cherry on top if we have him. So, but we're gonna get into it regardless.
Oh yeah, of course.
Is that Carnage right there?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Peace,
Shout out to everybody
peace,
watching us. Not only just where
What up?
think so.
Hey, what's going on?
Peace, y'all. How y'all doing today?
All right, we're doing well. How you doing, King?
Maintain, man. Maintain. Just another day. Happy to enjoy life.
All
I feel
right.
that.
Word.
What we doing? What we building on?
I don't
Man?
even see nobody there. Be like, yo, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, Carnage is in there. So, yeah, tell us about yourself, Carnage.
Carnage is chilling. Carnage, that's my bro, man.
Yeah. I've known this man.
You know.
I've known this man since like our early days.
What's goody, Carnage?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Yo, finally pulled up. You know what I mean? Finally got in. The phone was trying to give me technical difficulties, but it's a good thing I can like speak technical difficulty other language, so to figure out, get myself somewhere else to get online here. You know what I mean? So we here. You know what I mean? But yeah. Long story short, like I'm an artist. You know what I mean? All around, like from doing music to that's one of the initial reasons why. I mean, as the artist Carnage, because I was doing music from since like early 2000s or whatever, just putting out mixtapes, albums, features, doing my numbers, doing the runs or whatever I had to do, and put out music for a good amount of years and stuff like that. Met this brother through the open mic, the end of the week joint, you know what I'm saying, and like shout out to them, and just producing records, making records, just continuously finding ways to just incorporate my artistry into that. So and on this venture here, I'm also an actual artist. You know what I mean? I paint, I do graffiti art, illustrations, and stuff like that. These are one of my shirts right here.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just keeping the culture fresh, man. From just the stuff I learned that was fresh to me is just keeping shit going. You know what I mean?
Okay. Word. Yeah, we're of the same tribe then.
Word up.
I'm a singer, songwriter, producer. I also make art. My fans out there know. But
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up, man.
I'm a black of all trades. As my mentor Substantial would say.
Well, word up.
So
shout out to Sub.
Yeah. I guess you've heard of him too.
Oh yeah. We've been at the same open mics, man. Been at same shows, type of thing. Same.
No, they did a track together.
Yeah. I know Substan for a long time. I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah.
Yeah, they did a joint with. They did a joint.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice. That's dope. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. He and I live close by, so that's my big bro.
But they did a
So
joint called The Fellowship together. I remember that joint. That shit was
Oh
shit
yeah.
crack.
oh, okay,
Classic
nice.
material.
Yeah, Stan has been he's done a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So I guess let's get into so what is your regimen as far as food goes? Are you a vegan, vegetarian? Like what is your
Uh oh, I'm a vegan, alkaline vegan. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like, um, yeah, like I started off like my family's Caribbean, so you know you're gonna grow up eating that type of food. You know what I'm saying? Like the meat dishes, the flour dishes, the rices, the you know all of that, all of those things, along with like meat dishes and stuff. So those type of things is definitely the starting point. But as far as like current point, it's I had to go through my phases of like really understanding what that is to be like separate from actually not eating meat because you're so considered or conditioned to think that all your foods require that, like a meat dish all the time. So
Okay.
if you don't eat meat, you're not a man. If you don't eat meat, you're not gonna get big and strong. You know, it's all of these different stereotypes that come with it. But from my own personal experiences and learning like eating meat and like some of the effects that it really does have on us as a whole and our personal body and stuff like that. So I just went across that journey and like said, nah, man, I'm good. I don't even have a craving for it or anything like that. It's like that real. Like I thought it was never possible because
Hmm.
how um delicious meat meals would taste, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, if you put salt and pepper mostly on anything, it tastes banging, you know, and then whatever in between seasonings that you use, you know, those type of things help cover up the fact that you're still eating like an animal's dead flesh. You know what I'm saying? So um it's those are the kind of like things I had to like kind of come to terms with and understand like, yo, at the end of the day, it's still an animal and like you know, is you putting another living creature's DNA inside of you, even though it's cooked and all of this other stuff like that. The way meat breaks down in the body, it doesn't really break down. It's really looked at as like a foreign object in our body. So our body transfers it into sugars and excess mucus. We're supposed to have mucus in our body, you know, it's like our own lubricant, like how you put oil in a car or whatever the case, or on a bike chain, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying, on a bicycle chains. But when you're putting stuff that's creating the extra sugars in your body, and then what eating meat does when the body's not familiar, it just starts breaking down and kind of like stores it in places all over the body. So that's why sometimes people have different tumors, they got different cancers or things like that, because what's also happening, people don't detox enough
Right.
or, you know, clean out your system enough. So like if you're a person that listens to like heavy metal for like a week, you're gonna listen again for the next week, or you're gonna maybe take a break. Like if you never really listen to heavy metal like that, and then you listening to that joint for a whole week straight, morning, noon, night, breakfast, lunch, dinner, heavy
Right.
metal. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm.
You might feel a way, you might really feel a different part of yourself as the week goes by. So you might say, yo, I need a detox, or just like, yo, let me fall back from that and take a break. You
Mm.
know, like playing ball. You ain't gonna play ball all day. There's some people that do, but don't they take breaks in between? Yo, I just played like 6 games, son. Let me go sit down for a minute. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with the meat. It's like people always consume. Why do they consume? Because what we being shown on the TVs, what we hear on the radio, what you see in the magazines, what you see on any sort of like media channel. You know, you could go check your damn email. If you probably if you probably went to like Papa John's once in your life, somehow they know to put that to flash that right next to your email address. Like, yeah, do remember Papa John's has the latest sale and such. You could get your pizza this weekend. 4th of July, son, come get that pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not So we're being attacked in that way too. So it's not something that I can say is easy for people to just stop eating meat like off rip. Like it takes like a different level of patience with yourself, conditioning, finding like a new way of realizing this is how you choose to eat and what it actually does for you and how it helps your daily routine, help you through your daily routine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
I wanted to ask like specifically because you said
That's what's up,
you
man. Like I like
yeah,
I
I
know
wanted to
that
ask.
you.
Go ahead,
hold
Lyric.
on, Lex. I think you're cutting your man off. Hold on.
No, no, I'm a female. I know my voice is deep, but yeah, I'm a female.
Oh, pardon self.
No, no problem, no problem. No, I wanted to ask like you said specifically that you're an alkaline vegan. Can
Yeah.
you kind of break down what exactly is an alkaline vegan and what's the difference between like a
Regular vegan.
normal vegan and like what's the distinction between the two?
Oh, yeah. So it's something that they don't really put us onto about how our body works and all of this other stuff like that. And we all got like a pH balance. So our body is supposed to have like a certain amount of acid and then like a certain amount of alkalinity and stuff. Alkaline pretty much allows your body to run on a higher fuel, get the most out of your body, and especially what you put inside the body and stuff, alkaline foods and things.
Right.
If you're eating too much acid foods, it tends to break the body down. Think about it. It's acid. What do we know acid to be? Something that you could throw acid on something like a metal and stuff, and it'll break the metal down and crumble it up, and whatever. Like even the vulture's stomach acid is like mad powerful, so they can like break down stuff within minutes straight through the bone because of the stomach acid. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
um when you got too much acid in the body, it creates inflammation. It creates a mucus buildup. Inflammation could be uh, joint problems like in your elbows, your knees, your you know what I mean, shoulders. You might have too much mucus buildup and it's not causing proper flow throughout your body. It can cause, can clog up, of course, besides arteries and things like that. It would produce other things. Your body, like the thing is like, and I'm still learning. I'm not saying like I'm like a full, well-rounded expert, but I've learned a lot within the time of being eating this way and carrying that particular lifestyle where it's like you come to terms and realize how these things actually work and what your body is doing to help you to counteract maybe the overindulgence in, like, if not meat foods, maybe you're a person that like to eat too much sugars, or you like to eat a lot of processed foods or canned foods.
Mhm.
The things they put in these the meals that they say is food for us is actually the stuff that is causing the harm. You know what I mean? It is causing like the acid, too much acid. So you're supposed to have like a balance or whatever, like a little bit and not too much acid, but more alkaline. You gotta like make sure your body is moving at a more balance. So it allows for better thinking, better functionality in your body, and so on and so forth. But when that happens, when you're having too much acid consumption, it creates a whole plethora of things, which leads to the cancers, the diabetes, all the regular ailments that we're known to like have in society or whatever, and where they try to tell you like certain things are hereditary and all of this other stuff. And a lot of it is just, and I encourage anybody to go validate their own information, like whatever you're being told or learned about something new to you, go do your own research and look it up and find out who also, are involved in the things that you might learn about. But too much acid just causes a whole heap of problems in the body. So when your body's supposed to repair at night, your body's now trying to break down that hamburger that you had with like the bread and the pickles and the onions and all this, and then you had French fries, you had ketchup on that joint, you threw mad mustard on your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of these different things, and when you realize how much of there's foods that we don't really need to consume because the body really doesn't know what to do with it, and it's just compiled together as something that looks nice. So, you know, maybe if you're putting like a certain color to certain foods, 'cause that's another thing they do. Um they taunt us to come in to view what's going on as far as eating goes because how they dress the joint up. You know, I saw a video where they were breaking down like how they actually display food on TV. And some of it is not even food. Some of it is just sprayed with like some gloss to make it nice and shiny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, y'all know, you know what I mean? So if you're willing to go to that level to dress up what you know for a fact is not good for people, but you're still putting it on the market for people to consume, you know, there's an angle to control us. So if you start controlling the mind, guess what's gonna follow? The body's gonna follow whatever the mind is controlled to follow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it causes a lot of disruption in the body too. So when you're very acid, you know, things may feel more painful. You might have more aches in your body. You might feel less energetic. And that's another thing alkalinity does. It gives you more of that energy that you may have normally not had just on your regular day to day. Like I tell anybody simple start like how stuff I was starting to do and learn about was like just drinking hot water in the morning.
Yep.
You could alkaline the water by squeezing a key lime in there, boom, straight. Or even if you put your water in like a glass of water, say like during the day, like a room temperature water during the day, and you put it in the sun would allow the water to get alkaline. You leave it there for like 5-10 minutes or something like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, when I lived
So
in a community collective right
mhm,
before I moved, I lived there for 5.5 years,
yeah,
and then prior to moving from New York, I lived there for about a month. But
uh,
the way that we would make our water alkaline or alkalaic, we would put ginger and turmeric in it,
mm,
and that would make it alkalaic, and it actually changes the flavor of the water. Water is sensitive anyway, because
yeah.
usually
And
it's the
then
minerals that flavor it.
yeah,
So
it's true. And
yeah,
then you also got to think about what things that we were taught to be more for digestive, what's more for internal, and stuff that's more external. So like something like garlic, garlic is not something we're really supposed to consume. It's very acid. It's stuff maybe used for more on like the outside. To replace a garlic, you would use a shallot. You know what I mean? Shallots
Mhm.
look like little like onions almost. You know what I mean? But they're kind of curved uh like an oval shape, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an oval shape but slender. And
Okay.
yo, you could get the same amount of alkalinity just from using shallots in your food. Foods that have color, you know what I mean? Like bell peppers, scallions, shallots, purple onions, you know, things like that that allow you to be able to like tap more into those things or whatever. But like things like turmeric too is considered like acid. Ginger is lit. Ginger is dope for mad stuff or whatever. It's a and then what this journey helped me come to realize too is like what exactly these things are good for. Sometimes people eat things like, say when somebody gets under the weather and they have some sort of food or something like that, and they consume mad stuff to try to get themselves better. So if you person came down with the flu, what did they probably family members taught us? Yo, drink a cup of soup. Yo, take some Robitussin, take a Tylenol, take this, take that, take this. And then what the problem is with that too is that you're kind of like psychologically putting your mind through like a trauma because you're putting mad stuff in your body and your body's trying to like figure out how to protect itself on its own. If you allow yourself to take in the right stuff, get the proper rest, to wake up the next day, yo, you'll feel better than what you felt the night before. But if you're now not feeling well and you're consuming like a bowl of macaroni and cheese and then eating the fried chicken and then going to have a bowl of ice cream, you can't be surprised by come the morning or the next 2 days how much mucus you're going to be spewing out. Because what it is, people look at mucus as like it's a nasty thing, which actually it's a great thing because your body is trying to get it out.
Right.
All the nasty
It's
bacteria.
made to, yeah,
It's meant to flush
toxins
it
and,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so when we're not seeing those things, people look at it as, and we're taught that way. We're conditioned, because what happens now? It helps sell the product, helps buy the product. It helps you go buy the Robitussin and the Dynatab and all of those other things, that over-the-counter medicines. So it keeps that industry going because they keep flooding ways to get people sick. But
Right.
if who I learned about also the alkaline eating was through Dr. Sebi. A lot of people, know
Right.
about him and stuff like that.
Right.
I always encourage people to go do your own research. But he did like a few videos that kind of had me like, wow. Dude was 70, was doing a seminar, and he was explaining to people like how he is alkaline. And he said, yeah, this is what it helps your bones and your body become better, your muscles heal faster, all types of stuff. And he was like, look, and he dropped right to his knees, bow, straight to his knees.
Yep.
Hardwood floor.
Yep.
And people was like, oh my God, oh, you all right? He said, oh, no, I'm good. And got up like it was nothing.
Right.
And it was like, and he said, yeah, this is through eating alkaline.
Right.
And then another part of the board, another video he did where he was doing like a board split and was showing you like some of the foods that we're taught is good and we're taught is bad. Like there's foods that are genetically made and they put a lot of it on the market. Like kale is an alkaline green, a vegetable. But what you won't see most of is kale, and it will be replaced with broccoli and spinach.
Right.
Man-made and very acid.
Right.
Put it in everything. Yo, go to the Chinese restaurant. Yo, let me get a little rice and chicken and broccoli. You know what I mean? You go somewhere else, they throw you broccoli, they throw you spinach, and they always hit you with those combos. If they give you kale, it's mixed with the broccoli and spinach. They never give you kale by itself.
Right.
Have kale by itself. Cut up, get a bunch of kale, cut it up for yourself. Put a little you could use like this grapeseed oil. That's another good alkaline product. You know what I mean? Grapeseed oil. Get that, salt and pepper, and just try that. Maybe get a shallot too. Get a shallot and just mix that up and cut it up and eat that. And you'll see how much different you'll feel versus eating the other one. You can try it. Eat one salad that has like the spinach and all that other stuff, and then go back and flip and see how your body feels just doing that. You know what I mean? But it's a whole lot of degrees and information out there that you can learn so much about. But for me personally, I feel so much better as a person. I feel a lot more alert. I feel like I have a lot more energy. You know what I mean? And just like being able to like keep up with my day-to-day activities I don't feel like sometimes I have to like condition myself to like, all right, man, you got to like take it down because it's just constant. You know what I mean?
Not to cut you off, Carnage, but I just want to ask you a question because you're saying you're alkaline vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe, in your opinion, like you could be, because the whole topic of the discussion is vegans versus vegetarians.
Mm-hmm.
So being an alkaline vegetarian, for example,
Mm-hmm.
how would you see that being going about? Like, how would you because the understanding is the difference of vegans and vegetarians. So my understanding of the difference between vegans and vegetarians is that some vegetarians do consume byproducts of animals, eggs, and honey, and so forth. So
Right.
how would you see that being an alkaline vegetarian? Is that possible at all?
I don't really think so, because it's like you're still consuming like meat products. Some people, it's kind of ill. Some people, you gotta like also kind of like find out your own research about your genetic makeup and stuff like that. What really works better for you, and implement those things. Having like because I know there's people who are vegetarian that may eat like you said, like fish. There's like eggs. They may, maybe not do like a whole plethora of different meats, but they might stick to like fish and maybe some lighter meat or something like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think that would work well, because it's still like consuming things that would cause for the bacteria, the acid and the mucus to build up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course. So when you have like way more mucus than what your body really needs, it's gonna be kind of like contradicting. Like, oh, I don't drink, 3 days or 4 days out the week, but then come the weekend, you just drinking like gallons of alcohol for the weekend, and then come Monday, you're like, nah, I don't drink. You know what I mean? I don't drink, but you're consuming, and it's confusing the body, and the body wants to like heal itself. The body wants to heal itself, but then at the same time, like it doesn't want to, it's trying to combat with the things that's not good for it and not helping it to like produce whatever blood cells that you need to keep your body going, produce new muscles and stuff. It's getting rid of the mucus and stuff like that. Because think about this too, day-to-day activities for most people require for them to get up around, anywhere from like as early as 3:30 to 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning and be on the go. Be on the go. Everything is about to go. Everything you go. Coffee, bagels, muffins, all of those things like that. And it's not giving you anything that would allow you to have a more energy. I've seen people who conk out at a certain point of the day because of how they're eating. You know what I'm saying? And like, that whole perspective is much different when you're not consuming those things, because those are a lot of sugars. If you're going to take in sugar in the morning or whatever, or something sweet, you should be using agave. You should be eating like a fruit, you know what I mean? Like a tangerine or an apple, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, that'll give you the energy that you need. So come the time of like midday or roughly, it's how you eat. It's what you're eating. Because how we're taught to eat is like eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner. But really, if you to start off your day wasn't to eat anything or just drink hot water, that would allow your body to start removing more of the waste that it produced throughout the night of you resting. You know what I mean? Because when you're resting, now your body's repairing itself and doing all the things necessary to get rid of those things that you put in throughout the day, throughout the week, or whatever, and it'll gradually keep that process and to help you flow. So if you're a vegetarian and then also trying to do have an alkaline diet, I feel like it would be very conflicting, and you'll be like encountering 1 minute you're feeling good, but then you're not feeling good because what you maybe ate last week is now catching up with you this week. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if a person is gonna go vegetarian, stay the vegetarian route. But then if you're gonna go alkaline, do as much research and learn newer ways to keep your alkalinity going. And then another thing too, Dr. Sebi was also big about drinking herbs, drinking herbal teas, bush medicines, you know what I'm saying? Like pretty much. And a lot of people don't do that on a regular basis. Like, yo, I'm gonna go, it's not just about elderberry. There's things like red clover and there's another herb. Yeah, mullein, and it's a bunch of, and even taking in like sea moss. That's a constant thing to build up your minerals. We're constantly told.
I must have come on.
Huh?
Like now, I like sea moss. Like I drink that, man, on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Like I know about sea moss, man. Like that shit is definitely good for you.
Yeah, it helps you get the minerals that you need on a daily basis. So and there's all types of herbs or whatever. You know what I mean? It's my wife in the background. You know what I mean?
Hello, wifey. What's going on?
Hello,
Respect, queen.
Yeah. She be dropping the knowledge too with me and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like and taking in herbs. So like the remedy would be that I've noticed is like a good rest, good diet, good exercise if you can, when you can throughout your day, stretching, meditation. Those things also go along with like, you know, having and being able to function that sort of lifestyle. It's not just the eating. It's like you kind of have to like go through a regimen of various things to be able to complement the eating. You know what I mean? So if you're getting good rest, you're getting the proper breathing, you're meditating, you're doing all of those things. So even having like when it's time to go use the bathroom, you'll be able to have a better urine and better bowel movements just because of those things. Having that proper sleep, having those the herbs put into your body, staying away from the meats, because the meats, I notice it creates like this blockage of like this mucus wall. Because like when I live in Florida, so like when I first came out here, it was like, as far as living, it was like I was like, yo, this feels really damn hot coming from New York. Like this is crazy right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I would tell lyrics like, yo, dude, I used to feel like I was in a toaster oven. Like come outside and I feel like I couldn't take the heat too much. And then you running back inside the building that you at, and they love blasting their ACs out here. AC in the car, AC in the restaurant, AC at work, AC in your house. Cause you know, some people they feel like they get so hot they can't handle the heat. But when I changed my diet and became more alkaline, I realized what it was. It wasn't the fact that the sun was so hot, it was the fact that the foods I was eating was creating the sunblock. You know, that not the stuff they tell you to go squeeze and rub all over your skin. That's another way they try to mess with your body pH balance too.
Oh yeah,
Simple
sure.
things. Yeah, lotions and soaps and you know, different perfumes and oil. Like they attack us in so many ways. So you got to be combative. You got to be extra combative and learn about your body and learn what the body organs function for. What do they do and how do they help you, you know, continue on and go throughout your day and stuff like that. There's herbs for good brain function. You can even eat things like nuts, like what is it, walnuts, because most of the food, if you look at it, it resembles some part of the body. You know what I mean? So when you realize you have that sort of knowledge too, you'll react to your foods and what you eat in different. You ain't gonna go for a peanut because a peanut is a man-made thing. That's why people have a lot of peanut allergies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things that are synthetic that they manage to put out there is the reason why we having a lot of the issues too, is because they're creating these things in the lab and then sensationalize the joint as if it's your best friend. It's what you want to have in your life. Put all of it on the shelf. Forget the good stuff. Put all of this, the bag stuff, the stuff that is already preserved and filled with all the stuff that's gonna make you sick anyway. So I learned like the less is better. So if you find meals, here's another test to like also gauge what you're eating. Look at the back of the food. Look at the label. Look at the label of the food. My wife's mom was a nutritionist, and she always had this theory like, yo, look on the back, and if that joint is as long as a paragraph, what is all those things that they putting in there? What is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Such and such, xanthium gum and this zaphite, this and this, laser tag that. Like, what is this? But then when you look at certain products, it's like if you buy oil, like coconut oil, let's say, what is it gonna say on the back? Oh, product made with coconuts, oil from a coconut. That's it.
Right.
Like less than like five ingredients.
If coconut oil, coconut natural flavor, coconut like things. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
So
and if you need like a dictionary too, you might as well just want to forget that and go a different route. And now I'm not saying it's like the easiest thing to be alkaline. We've just figured out a system that works for us, but it does require some sort of dedication and work ethic to be able to accomplish that goal of having an actual alkaline meal sitting in front of your plate and being able to even have an alkaline drink going with it. You know what I mean? Like people think being vegan is like, oh, you just eat salads all day and tofu. No. It's not what it is. Like there's a whole plethora of beautiful dishes that you can have.
Well, I got a question.
don't have any meat to it. What's up, man?
Yeah, I got a question. It's something I meant to ask you a while ago. What is the difference between actual water itself and alkaline water? Like, I would like for you to explain to people what is the difference.
Well, the regular water too, they be putting stuff in it. There's many documentaries. There's many people been out there reporting like, yo, our waters are being tampered with for a long time. We wanna tap more into like spring waters that's actually coming from, the rocks and the mountains, because that too, the water washing onto those rocks is what's giving us the mineral intake too that we're supposed to be receiving, and it's not being processed 80 times over before it's poured into a bottle and put on a shelf for us to purchase. You know what I'm saying? So like you can alkaline your water, like I said, getting a key lime and hot water. You know what I mean? Like cats have evolved to that in the morning, like drink some key lime with the hot water, and it helps you like have more energy, helps you remove even more whatever bodily waste. You might find yourself nose starts running, your eyes might start to water, you might have to go use the bathroom, like you might feel sweaty because the water that you're drinking is hot. You know what I mean? But those are better ways. The more you find how to like remove waste on a daily basis, from our bodies, you'll notice a dramatic difference. I wasn't the same size that you see me now. I slimmed out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you were a bit more like like you had like you had a little bit more meat on you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
I'm not used to this Carnage right here. I'm not used to this guy right here, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It's the same fit. You know what I mean? I just realized how to tailor the suit a little bit more sharper now. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what it is.
So look, I have a few questions, but what you got?
Oh wow. No, I was gonna take a question from the audience. Someone had asked early on if vegans get cancer. I have the answer for that, but I just want to hear your take on that.
Oh, why you say that?
Because there's vegan.
What up, you?
Hey, Wagwan. Hey, hello everybody.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Yes. How you doing? No, vegans do get cancer because there's vegans that are not healthy. Doesn't mean you're vegan, doesn't mean you're healthy.
Facts.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say that. I already knew the answer.
Too. Get out of here.
Exactly.
Well, we could talk about. Well, I mean, I guess there's speculation around Dr. Sebi's, untimely passing. But
that's another conversation for another day.
That's another conversation in itself. But we could talk about also another famous person, the one that comes to mind for me, Michael Clark Duncan, who actually passed away from, I think he had leukemia, if I'm not mistaken. But he was a vegan. He had slimmed down a great deal, but I mean, who's to say whether that was from his previous regimen and not from the, not a result of his vegan regimen. So who knows?
It's just that I feel it could have been depending on what his vegan regimen consisted of. You know what I mean? He could have been eating all the fruits and vegetables, but might have been eating not the good fruits and vegetables along with the good fruits and vegetables. So who knows? It could have been a mix of that. His previous life, like you said, you know what I mean? That kind of just, well, maybe he wasn't doing what he was supposed to and targeting the right issues so as to go forward. There's like so many ways that it could have been. You know what I'm saying?
Next question, Carnage. What you mean?
All right. Well, while he comes back, one of the questions that I did have, and it's also talking about the whole idea of balance, because a lot of the stuff that you are speaking on, there's some of the things that I do necessarily know, while at the same time I'm still, of course, doing my own, information searching for it. But one of the things that I've had someone tell me before then, okay, Because when we're talking about the whole idea of acidic versus being alkaline, it's the whole, like you said, the pH scale, which is the potential of hydrogen, and there's a number of different things with it. But my question I have is, then is there, what is that peak balance between, being either acidic, neutral, or alkaline that you should be? Because I know it goes up to like numbers of 14, which turn into this purple-ish color, and I know if you do too much, you can be over alkaline, etc., stuff of that nature. So like, where is that? Just like our temperature is like at like something like 77 degrees is like the peak temperature, something for the body. What will be that for alkaline?
What would be the peak temperature for alkaline?
The lowest is 7.
That's neutral.
Right.
Cause like,
right.
Yeah, it's like anything, like you said, you could do too much and then do too little. Like you got to find that, like that balance. So, working towards, I put it this way. So like, even though I can eat alkaline and stuff, you ain't gonna find every place you go to that's providing alkaline foods, and you might need something to keep you going throughout the day. So, if you say you hungry and you're like, yo, man, I just need something to at least consume. It's not too heavy. It's not too light, but just sustainable enough for me to like still function. If you weren't able to find like a fruit that you would actually have to wash and properly clean before consuming that joint, and who's walking around with all of those things to be able to wash their fruit? I'm not saying there's people that's not, but I know I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? So the point is, you might say you get like fries, French fries, and what you gonna put on it? Oil. And what you gonna put on the French fries? Salt and pepper. Now, is the salt iodized salt, which will actually take out more of the iron out your body, which is something we need more?
Yeah.
Or is it sprinkled with sea salt, which more than likely it's not. It's gonna be the iodized salt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and even so then now you break that down. Then you go to the ketchup. The ketchup, is it really all tomatoes? No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna hit you with the corn syrup in there. They're gonna hit you with, and then you gotta really go be looking for those ketchups that are like more catered into like it just being about ketchup and not like ketchup plus friends. You know what I'm saying? So you break that down. Then you go to the fries. The fries is a potato, which is a starchy kind of food, which when it breaks down too much is going to turn back into sugar. You know what I'm saying? And then is that fries being fried in grapeseed oil or avocado oil or black seed oil? Or is it being used in vegetable oil, what kind of vegetables exactly? Like these things, along with the diet, it makes you ask more questions of what you're actually doing, what you're consuming, what you're not consuming, how you're consuming it, when you're consuming it. Because think about it. If you eat an alkaline meal, should you eat that alkaline meal, a heavy meal at 2:00 in the morning? Right. And you about to go to bed at like 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you asleep with all of that versus now another person I used to like also checking out was this dude named Dr. Layla Africa. He transitioned before. Layla Africa was another one. And it was ill. I liked both of them. I liked him and Sebi. It was like kind of like the duality of each other. Like one would it be like, yo, more alkaline. The other one is like, yeah, you could alkaline, but you could still eat these things. And it was always interesting to learn their different points of view. But one of the things I like that he also highlighted was like how to stop eating at a certain point of the day. Make sure your meal should probably end around 7:30-ish, so that by the time you get to bed, your body is like prepared to go into that rest state and allow you to do all the things that you need to do. So by the time your body repairs from its ailments and all of this, and it coagulates everything where it needs to go, by the time you get up and have your regimen of your water and all this other stuff, you're going to feel a lot more lighter and more energetic versus, yo, that food last night, son. Like, yo, the many times younger I've had Chinese food. Yeah, the many times younger I've had Chinese food, chicken wing, fried rice, chicken fried rice after midnight because I'm hanging out with people's and who's open? The Chinese restaurant, the chicken spots. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this. Yeah, the falafel was my joint too. Like the dude with the cart, you pull up, get the chopped up rice, get the rice and the chicken and all of that. Like I'm saying this stuff to really like also touch people who like try to like think like, yo, we wasn't eating like that. Like, nah, I was banging with all of that stuff. But at the same time, it was just like, yo, that stuff was banging on me. You know what I mean? You getting up, not feeling right. You feeling kind of, and it's not because you feeling sick. Is your body is fighting to get that stuff out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a lot. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I still got a plethora of questions, but I know we're watching this time.
I do too.
I got two more. I got two more, but then I know Steph, I want you to go.
Nah, do you think? Do you think?
This term is such a contradiction to me, but I want you and your wife your thoughts on this as well as everybody else too. What are your thoughts on vegan junk food?
Vegan junk food?
Oh man, I got
junk food.
Like what's considered vegan junk food?
Oh, you know,
vegan cookies.
Like what?
And,
right?
Yeah,
the
vegan cookies.
Right,
Maybe even
vegan cake.
possible plant-based meat. Vegan burgers.
Got you. So you gotta like this stuff to me makes me go on a journey. I've had the journey on a lot of these things where it was just like, who is making these foods? What are these things that they putting in the food? Who is these people that owns these companies? Are they actually like vegans themselves? Are they just in it for the buck just to make sure that they can keep selling product because more people are changing up their dietary habits now? You know what I'm saying? So those type of chambers is like something people have a hard time separating from. Like, yo, it's all right if I eat popcorn though, but like corn is not good though. Like you shouldn't. And I mean, people could look it up. You know what I mean? There's like a certain corn, I think is like a black corn that I remember seeing a documentary about a family that just eats that. And they said their family's been living for a long generation,
like in the
hundreds of years or whatever. A little small community. It's some cooking show on Netflix. And then like there was like the other corns, the yellow corn, the white corn. Those are like made products or whatever that they put out there. Make sure that we consume so much of it. If you see the amount of cornstarch, corn syrup, corn something that's in a lot of the foods that people may find themselves liking, it's like, yo, you got to step away from the popcorn. Certain things you just can't reduplicate because it's like vegan. You know what I mean? To make you it's psychological too. So what happens too now when you're clearing out this mucus, you're also clearing it out from up top here, your brain. Your brain could get clouded with all the mucus. It could get foggy and you're not having like clear perception on how is it that you need to look at things and approach things and your thoughts and how you eat your foods and all of this other stuff. But it really goes back to like breaking down a lot of what you're actually eating. And when you get more acquainted, like pretty much doing the ABCs of your food that you're about to consume. Some people just can't get over like, yo, you might not be able to eat that kind of cookie or that kind of bagel or that kind of muffin anymore, fam. You got to find like a new thing. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah, basically, I feel like Carnage said is they try to recreate everything and everything shouldn't be. It can't recreate. Like just the other day, I found out there's vegan oxtail. What is that? You know what I mean? Like everything. It's a mark. I feel like it's just a marketing scheme. You know, there you can make sweets. Like I found out there's alkaline sweets you can make that is healthier. But would I make it every day or constantly? No, that'd be like once in a while. I would do something like that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's why I feel like it's just marketing.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. I definitely agree because I mean, you got all these other fast food restaurants like, what's it called? It Burger King having their Impossible Whopper and
Right.
Fat Burger doing the Impossible meats and stuff. Knowing that a lot of that stuff for it to even get there and taste what it tastes like, they have to even process it even more than what the regular processed meat is even beforehand on that. At least that's what I've gotten to do and see my research on that.
No, you're right.
No, you also because I read it.
You're
I was
right.
like, yeah, it's too much.
There's a lot of that stuff on the market, like you said. They gotta hit with like extra processing before it actually gets like handled correctly. You know
So
what I'm saying?
basically, everything is not vegan.
Nah, you're
but
better
it has
off.
that label.
Right.
You're better off starting from scratch, like literally buying the items that are affiliated with either vegan or alkaline vegan or whatever you choose, and making your stuff from scratch, man.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't feel the way I feel if I think if I just relied on everything store bought. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially if you're not like I said, you're clearing out your system or you're switching. Some people, they make it like too much of a routine habit. So like if they were eating meat, they wouldn't realize how much meat they're consuming. Maybe they had in New York, we would be on bacon, egg, and cheese, silliness or whatever, some sausage, biscuit, or whatever the case may have you. And that's in the morning. Then come midday, maybe you working somewhere and you, let me just go hit the hot dog stand. Let me go get a hero sandwich. That's more meat. And then when you go home now, what you probably gonna have? Maybe a bigger meat dish. You know what I mean? And you're thinking like, I don't eat that much meat. But if you do the math, by the weekend, you consumed a whole animal. You took down a whole animal in your food throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have ate like a little fish sandwich here, but by the time Saturday roll around, you got like a whole whale in front of you. Like, damn, my nigga, I didn't realize I took down that much food. But that's the psychological. But now the next week is like the heavy metal reference I was saying. Like, do you go now the next week and say, all right, I'm gonna chill off of eating all of that, and I'm gonna just eat salads and all that, because that too would allow you to help your body to process and help you get rid of the stuff that you put in there that wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. GMOs. Yep.
Oh.
Deadly stuff, man.
Steph,
Can I just shout out the comment section on both Randumb Thoughtz and the Ranters Union? Like, y'all wildin', right? Trying to entice all these vegans to eat meat. Y'all the devil.
Y'all are wilding.
Y'all the devil. Shame
on you.
Shame on you in the name of Jesus.
And that's usually like what most. That's usually no disrespect to y'all in the chat, but that's what most of y'all like to do. Y'all like to run around when we say, "Yo, such and such a X, Y, and Z vegan." Oh, nah, man, you don't know what you missing. You sure you don't want that burger? You don't want? Yo, I told you, fam. We grew up Caribbean, B. Oxtail, curry goat, chicken, you know what I mean? You ain't telling me nothing, son. I've been there, done that. You know what I mean? I'm good. Y'all want to consume, go right ahead. But when you ready to, you know what I mean?
Don't miss it. You don't.
You don't. Once that joint is gone, it's like, yo, I empathize with the animals when I see them, and I'm like, damn, they gonna come get y'all. Y'all need to go flee somewhere. Get out the hood. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, quite honestly, like, what was I gonna say? Like me, I'm still, I'm still an omnivore. I still eat a little meat, but pause. When I moved to Maryland, when I moved to Maryland, I told myself even before I moved that I would significantly reduce my meat intake. And I said, you know what, let me start with the work week. I won't eat any meat during the work week, and then maybe on my days off I'll indulge a little bit. And that was, just for I just wanted to see how my body would respond, one, and also, I'm on a weight loss regimen as well, and so far I've lost about I'm fluctuating a little bit right now because I'm in a plateau phase, but I'm fluctuating between like 20 and 25 pounds loss. So Yeah, and that's since January. So it's been a good journey for me. I like the switch up.
So real quick, what do you start your morning off with? Like, what do you start eating? Like, what's your first meals?
Usually it's yeah, it depends. Like sometimes I'll start with a parfait. I'm actually allergic to dairy yogurt, so I don't eat dairy yogurt. I use cashew yogurt or coconut yogurt,
All
which is
right,
fine, which is perfectly fine because they're both really good.
so
Uh-huh.
boom. So 1 week you should try like just drinking hot water for like starting your morning off or your day off for like maybe 1 week. Try to drink hot water. If you could find key limes or whatever you want to have. If, I don't know if you have or have not, but like had an experience with like alkalining your water in that way,
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Try that. Yeah. But
Okay.
try the hot water and see how much, because even that, when I was first starting doing that, it was like within a couple weeks, people was like, yo, you look mad different. And I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? I didn't tell them I was drinking the water. I was just seeing what they were saying. And as I kept going, it was like people kept telling me like, yo, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. All I'm doing is drinking some hot water in the morning or whatever. But it was like, it's helping you flush out more of the waste, your bodily waste. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So being able to tap into that too is like another way. We actually helped like a family member too. She was around for a hot minute and she like was in the process of trying to lose weight, and she ended up being around us for like I think like a month's time. She said she lost like 40 pounds or something, but she was doing stuff, being more physically active, trying to like ensure that she like didn't eat much meat, or if no meat at all, and just do her workout. She was like, yo, I can't believe this. This is like 40 pounds. You know what I mean? Because she drives trucks. You know what I mean? So you sitting and you just putting the weights just coming on. So she didn't like how she was feeling, and she wanted to like find a way to get rid of that. And but I'm just saying, try it out 1 week. Hot water, if any. You know, see how you feel.
No, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I could do that the following week.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Eric.
You mentioned about allergies. How do you feel about there's like a large population of people getting like gluten allergies? Where do you because you're saying they were basically the peanut was kind of engineered in some way by us, So how do you feel about that, and how do you see that, like how that's happening right now?
Perfect. Because I was a person that used to be allergic to a few things: chocolate, peanut butter, tomatoes, something else when I was a child. So I used to get like various skin rashes and all this other stuff like that. As the time went, I used to probably have to put like ointments on my skin and stuff like that, thinking it's more external, thinking it's more of an external issue. But as I lessen my meat intake, I don't have any of it. And I used to get allergies too from like the pollen and all that other stuff. After the meat was gone, so was those as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about like removing those things and then giving your body time to heal. But you got to remember, we in a fast food, fast mind kind of world where it's like we got to have everything right now. We want results right now. That's why you got Botox, butt implants, you know what I mean? All of those type of things like that, because people want to fast forward to the good part. Nobody wants to work to actually see what it is you carry. Like if you was working out and you never lifted 100 pounds ever in your life on a bench, 100 pounds, and then you gonna go tomorrow, lay on the bench, and be like, yo fam, I'm gonna lift 100 pounds. Man, I'm gonna get more greasy. I'm gonna say 300 pounds. You're gonna double that, 300 pounds or whatever. You like, yo, I never lifted 300. I'm gonna do it. You might want to nah, I got this. They go try to lift and they can't lift, but they want the result of being a person that can lift right away. Right. They don't want to put the work in and start off with the 50 pounds, go from the 50 to the 75, $1.75 to maybe $1.25. You know what I mean? Your muscles could develop quickly and jump like that. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to do that type of work. I'm not saying there's not a lot of people who don't want to put in work, but there is a lot of people who don't want to put in work. And for the people that actually put in work for what is it that they want to receive in life, they know, they appreciate it better. The appreciation for it is a lot greater versus if you just went straight off, boom, and got right to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like that whole perspective of like you took the time to develop your dietary discipline, things would be in a whole different chamber for you. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it taking those things out your diet and finding out the better things. Like most of the nuts that's on the market, you don't really need to be banging with. Walnuts, Brazilian nuts. Brazilian nuts is mad banging. They try to run the price on them pretty high some places. So if you could find them
Brazilian nuts.
yeah, man, you could do so many things with that joint. But these are the things that they don't tell us. They don't tell us a lot of these foods or show us some of these grains and nuts have so many ways you could flip. You know, think about berries. Like a berry, you can make it into a cake, you can make a jam, you can make a syrup, you can make a cookie with that joint. You could go ahead and
sugars.
Make a drink. Yeah, you can make the sugars
with them. Yeah,
you can even paint with the mug if anything.
Yeah.
Make your own ink from just using berries or whatever.
And it's good for the hair.
Right. And you washing your hair and then you could plant, and the berries give you mad seeds, you know what I mean, that you could just sprinkle in your garden and grow some new stuff. Stay away from them seedless products, man. Them joints is trash. Stay away from that cotton candy grapes. Trash. You know what I'm saying? Like straight facts, man. You got to get back to sense of self and using your own goddamn logic and realize, wait a minute, does that sound right? Where's the cotton candy grass? Where's the cotton candy tree, my nigga? Like, what are you doing? Cotton candy grapes?
Yeah, right.
Come on,
and I kind of wanted to get into also the, you know, I know you touched on it a little while back, but you were talking about sea moss. And it was something interesting that I looked at maybe a little while ago. It's this company that I follow called Nettergold. Shout out to them. They're in Maryland. They're Maryland based. But you've probably seen Michael around. He's doing really well. His company. But he was breaking down his sea moss research, because he wanted to bring the best quality sea moss to his customers. And he was talking about how you have to be wary of certain companies and how they preserve their sea moss, because some companies actually use salt to like preserve their sea moss. And then when they deliver it to you, you'll get some of the salt deposits on the sea moss, or they'll use some other way to kind of preserve it. But it's like, it's basically the preservatives that they use that you have to be kind of wary of. And then he was also talking about certain locations where they make where the best sea moss comes from. And he was saying that if you get a company that gets sea moss either from like Nova Scotia or like Halifax in that area, or if you get sea moss, if you get that, like the sea moss that comes from Ireland, of course, that's like the Irish sea moss is some of the best of the best.
Right.
The Irish and the Canadian sea moss, and also sea moss from Maine, because that's like generally in the same areas like Halifax and Nova Scotia.
Where was the other you kind of cut out? I didn't hear that last one.
Nova Scotia and Maine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Maine has some really good sea moss as well, according to Michael in his research. But you just have to like be mindful, have a criteria as far as you know, the best quality sea moss. So you want to make sure the preservatives are not those that would, you know, be counteractive to, you know, the uses and the benefits of sea moss. And you want to make sure you're getting the sea moss from like you said, Nova Scotia, Halifax, Maine, or Ireland, which is like the cream of the crop when it comes to sea moss. So have you done that? Have you done any research on that or heard anything regarding that?
I did some research to as far as where some people find where they go get their sea moss from. There's like some people even in the Caribbean that go real local and like go diving as far as they can to scoop up a lot of joints or whatever. We did with a few people that like provide the sea moss out here that they'll have connects like that where they'll get it from more of the islands and stuff like that. As far as more inland, that's kind of like new information to me too, as far as where they were getting some of those and stuff like that. I have been warned about looking out for sea moss that may have been, you know, just infiltrated with not the right things and stuff like that. Or, you know, that's why it's very encouraged, like when you get it, to wash the hell out of that joint, let it soak overnight, you know what I mean, if possible. And then when you take it out again, wash it all over again and stuff like that, just to make sure that it's properly cleaned and handled, you know what I'm saying? And like once you get the, you deal with it, then you know you deal with it. I like to sometimes I'll blend it. I'll take maybe like if I got like a bunch, I might cut like the bunch in half, and then one half is just straight blend after it's soaked, and then the other half is used to boil in water, and then make I fill up bottles of water with, now it's just like sea moss in it, and then I'll like use that to make drinks or make like we like flipping these spelt pancakes, spelt blueberry.
Spelt is good.
Blueberry. Yes, it's like alkaline, so it has like all the stuff that you need for like alkaline ingredients for a blueberry pancake. Fire.
Yo, he makes some good pancakes.
Fire. But I'll throw that in there too. So it's like it's almost it's like a win-win all around. You know what I mean? Like the ingredients in place, it's like a win-win. But you can use the sea moss and like flipping it, you know, a few times that way too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like it, but you know, I definitely do encourage people, like, you know, anything that you obtain. Like we have one person, they either get it from like the Caribbean, even all the way up from Africa too. You know what I'm saying? They'll get some of their sea moss out there. So I know places carry in different ways. It's just how to, like, you know, find out who's what. Yeah, and you know, and that's another thing. It's just doing, like, I like how you brought up, like, yo, you was doing research about one person and how that person did more research about the sea moss and where it's coming from and who they're getting. So like things like that is also a thing that we as consumers of these things, we want the better product. We need to also go do the research for ourselves to find those better products. So now y'all creating a platform like this allows people from all over the world to learn more about things that they probably didn't know, just about what you just said about the sea moss, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like many other things that we're building on here today, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important for us to continuously do that type of due diligence to find out, yo, where does that come from? How is that made? My son asks me this stuff like every day. Where's this? How did they make this, daddy? Where did they come from with that? And I'm like, yo, if it's like machine stuff, I'll tell them straight up, yo, a machine made that joint. They did it in a factory. How they did it, I'm not quite sure. Let's look it up together. You know what I mean? So now it becomes like an interactive thing, and he can visually see, oh, this is how they make a bicycle. This is how they make a truck or a train. You know what I'm saying? And just taking those simple steps as adults too helps us immensely, because adults, we like to also build and share with what we've learned and help other people be able to take that information and spread it around and, you know, educate our communities, because that's really what it's about. We're asking questions. My man asked a question about, you know, the being vegan and kind of like or alkaline vegetarian at the same time. Like these are questions, these are real questions people have and want to know, find out, you know, what's actually going on, so how they can educate each other in their community. So I think it's dope, man. Like,
yeah.
Well, that's why, you know, that's what Randumb Thoughtz, like, plain and simple. Like we
We here to, we're here not just for the fuckery. I always say that, not just here for crazy shit, but we also here to, help. You know what I'm saying? In any way, shape, form, or fashion we can. And like at the end of the day, it's about the community. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree, we disagree, we like to talk about stuff that, it's more thought provoking, more, it's gonna trigger the heart, it's gonna trigger the minds and the hearts of people because people are super sensitive out there. But like, that's what the fuckery is about. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's more it's more from an educational perspective. And like, yo, Killer Q, thank you very much for coming on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man.
like, just sharing that because like, y'all taught me a lot of shit, man, when it came to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like this episode in particular, I really like the difference between vegan and vegetarian diets. I want to know because like I'm thinking more so to go on the vegetarian diet, but then I heard about something called flexitarian diet.
What's that?
Are you guys familiar with that?
Plexitarian, like PLEX?
FEFL.
Or flex. Which one did he say? Plex, like PLEX?
I think he said
Or
flexitarian. Well,
Flexitarian.
while he's getting his volume, his muting and all that together, let me just take the time to shout out this company, Loving My Vegan Life.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
I took a quick look at it, and it's pretty awesome. I see you have a lot of things to offer here. So yeah, make sure you all check it out. The website is done very well. It's Logic put it in the comment section. It's lovingmyveganlife.com. If y'all will take the time to check it out.
Oh
yeah. So yeah, definitely check that out and enrich your life just a little bit more.
Word up, man. Yeah, man. That's how you got to do it. We all got to help each other, find ways. We're in such an explosive time of information being shared. It's almost like if you don't share information, it's almost like you're doing a discredit to your community, you know what I mean? And to yourself, because y'all asking me questions and things I might have known for a while, but then it's just like to really present it in a way to articulate it to somebody else. I might not have, these are not like everyday questions, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all are asking too is teaching me something more about myself and what it is that I do know about the topic. And if I don't know, all right, I need to make a mental note of that to go check that out or look that up later. So I think it's this constant back and forth, each one teach one type of thing is dope, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate the question.
Exchange of knowledge is always, it's always beneficial for both sides. So
that's the real wealth right there is the knowledge, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all coming through.
Yeah, appreciate
very, very informative. This is a very nice surprise. Lyrics, thank you for bringing this brother and this queen in.
Now that's my family right there, man. Like Carnage Q.
Yeah, we go back.
They're running around now.
You know what I mean?
Someone Dolphy Productions is saying no to flexitarian.
Yeah, so what's flexitarian?
Yeah, emphatic no.
Yeah, what is that? I never heard of that one.
Well, from my understanding, flexitarian is like they deal with less meat consumption. It's more so on the vegetarian side, but they'll eat like maybe like one chicken leg with their dinners and shit like that. Like less meat consumption. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, yo, Killer, I know you laughing, son. Like, I'm gonna get chicken thigh with this whole bunch of salad right here and one biscuit. Like, yo, fuck out of here. But either you a vegetarian or vegan or you eat meat.
Well,
omnivore.
From this definition, it looks like it's not like meat per se. It's like items that are derived from meat, like from animals, basically, like your eggs, milk, things of that nature. Like you would dabble in that every once in a while.
You know what honestly, I feel like people have a really hard time of like doing
vegetarian.
Like, separating from one concept to another, so they try to divide it and make it sound better. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna put my foot all the way into being a vegan, but I'm gonna be that cat that's gonna eat a chicken leg from time to time, or drink something that got eggs mixed in it or whatever.
I'm not going.
Yeah,
get out of here.
I'm not going ham. No pun intended, but I'm not going ham out here. You know what I'm saying, on steaks and all of those other things. But I'm eating. Yo, don't even look in my direction. Do what you doing.
Look, I think
you know what I'm saying.
It gets to a point where people are trying to put themselves in different categories so that they can seem that they're have some type of status and a different means of trying to explain something. Some people do want to be exclusive, so they're going to come up with all these different terms so that it again can help them cope with the fact that, well, I'm not necessarily on that side of the term. Like, I'm maybe like 15% this, then 45% that, then the other percent is whenever I feel like it, just so they can be like, okay, this is a different category. But before I know we're gonna do all the wrapping up and anything else, the last question I had, because I think it's important, we're talking about all of these just not only vegetarian, but also a lot of vegan in the products and where to do this and get that and stuff. But part of it too is doing the work. So for those who aren't vegan or aren't vegetarian, and they're trying to find ways to slowly implement things into their diet and implement them into I saw that comment. I can talk about it later. But implement them into their diet. Oh my goodness!
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
No,
sorry, forgive me.
You're good.
Oh, he's out of here.
The Ranters Union said, does eating the box make me an humanitarian? I'll say it again. So does eating the box make me an humanitarian? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we lose Carnage right now?
I think we did.
Yeah, we lost them.
Hey, yo, Killer.
Oh, there he is.
Yo, my bad, yo.
All right.
Cool. The question I have basically is, so what would be those steps to slowly implement, a different change in diet into your life? Like, how would that look?
I sometimes have found, like, because these are sometimes things that are told to me, like, start off just putting less of the meat in your diet, finding out what are your products that you're eating. You know what I mean? Who's actually making or providing you the chicken? Who owns the company for the chicken? You know what I mean? Is this something? Is this somebody? Excuse me. Is this somebody who has humanity's best interest in heart, or are they just looking to make a buck off of you eating their products? Taking in more salads, like taking in more greens, drinking more fruit juices, starting off that way. Get more rest. Get more rest, B. Get more rest. Appreciate yourself more. Like, if you really want to find out and take that journey, start off in that mental state. Do you want to really love yourself more? Or do you want somebody? God damn. Hold up, y'all.
Yeah.
You go?
Yeah.
Nah, just keep going, man. Keep going.
Yeah, y'all can hear me? All right.
Yeah. Just keep going.
So, like, I think it's just really like people taking that step to, like, doing the work. Like you said, put the work in. You got to take the step. Go read about the people. Go read about, you heard some of these topics being brought up. Make note. Go look it up yourself. Find out. Talk to other people who are actually living these lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? And how is it that they can, like, get themselves to that point of improvement? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
no, we definitely hear. Like while they do the work, I'm gonna go work on these turkey franks in the back, man. So that's what that is.
Man.
I'm hard.
That is the worst.
Man, whatever. Now, so
that's what's on your package. That's what they put on your package, bro. That's what they put on the package. They finally tell you it's turkey, but you don't know what is all put up in there.
They put all the turkey parts in there.
I'm gonna find that video I saw, and I'm gonna send you that joint. I'm gonna see if you're still enjoying eating turkey franks. You know what I mean? Quite frankly, I'm gonna see if you still enjoying your turkey franks after I send you a couple of these videos, man. I love you, bro.
You're gonna start sending you slaughtered turkey factories.
Nah, he be sending me these butcher videos. I swear, it's like he be sending me these horror flick butcher videos of them butchering or something, or them beating the hell out of some sheep or something. And I'm like, yo, son, I'm like, who eating sheep around here? Like, yo, whatever. But now,
I gotta find the one.
No, y'all ain't gotta find nothing.
No, I gotta find the one my film professor used to show us. I took 2 of his classes, and in both classes he showed this documentary from the 40s, and it's wild. It's good. It's a French documentary, but it's wild.
Yo.
Were they butchering pigs in this documentary?
Yes,
like, yo,
yes, it's in black and white.
Hanging like the rafters, slitting their throats.
Yes, slitting their throats.
Yeah, they do wild stuff.
Putting bullets in the cows' heads.
Not the bullets, but there's a contraption called the bullet.
Yeah, the pneumatic tube.
Yeah.
That pushes a pin in the brain.
Yeah,
and then pulls it back out.
No, this wasn't a pin. This was a thing that hits like a certain part of the brain, and it stuns them. They did this to a cow. Like it stunned it, and then it flipped over, and its arms and legs were out, or his legs were out, and they just started slicing this cow up.
Did it look like a tube?
Crazy.
Did it look like a tube?
Nah, man.
Disclaimer.
You wanted to go down the Turkey Frank lane, so this what happened, bro.
This is when they made Turkey Frank.
Like, they've been making Turkey Frank. Chicken Franks, Turkey Franks. Yo, so like one video I remember seeing, they showed like they just had like a oyster, and it was like the animal head, and they just kept dropping them in the thing, and I was like, yo, the animal wasn't shaved. The hooves were still, all the parts of the animal was still on it, and they just threw it in the grinder. And I was like, damn, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
That means the animal's guts, that means its intestines, its bowels is still in there. And they dropped it right in there.
The stress is in there from
the cow, the horns, all the hooves, the hair, all of that in your foods.
Yeah.
From the chemicals from the brain. That's true. You got a point, man.
Yeah, and then
we got to message some Dolphy Productions. Now, we got to message some Dolphy Productions. She's like, go to the Instagram channel. Go to the Instagram page at Loving My Vegan Life _. You know what I'm saying? Loving My Vegan Life _. She said, I would love to connect with you all. Feel free to invite me to future vegan conversations. If we have another future vegan conversation, wow, we'll definitely invite you, because now we're talking about how to eat other shit, man. And I'm trying to eat some turkey franks. Like,
hold up.
We didn't even talk about the sex part.
Hold up.
The sex part of it.
Hold up.
Okay, but get your thought out, and we got to go to final thoughts. We gotta wrap up.
So just another thing people don't know about consuming meat is that when the animal gets put for slaughter and stuff like that, there's like this fear. The last thing that they saw, that image is left all throughout the body. All throughout the body.
Yeah.
So now you going to eat that when they put that on your plate. Don't matter how hard you fry it, all of that stuff. The same fear that the sheep had, the goat had, the cow had, the dog, the whatever you into eating, had that and left that there for you. So that's another way that it catches people out there. And some people tend to be very like scareful versus those. Yeah,
exactly.
it
I
builds
was
up
going to say the anxiety
anxiety.
we have in our culture right now. You see how people's suffering from it because what we're consuming is the animals not be treated in the correct manner. If the animals are treated in a bit better manner, where the last moments were at least respectful and you know
peaceful,
in a way where they're peaceful, the stuff we ingest would not be as harmful to us and making us like go crazy. Basically, we have a culture of people going crazy.
Yeah. Facts.
Yep.
Fact.
That's true.
Why I go to fried chicken because they got the halal chicken. Remember, that's the chicken they pray before they slice the cake.
Or they pray.
You know,
that note.
What it is.
They do pray over. Yeah,
they do.
The halal and kosher. Kosher, they pray over.
They pray over it, but it means less. The animal's still scared.
It's
they
still
got the prayer over there.
It's still
Please
violent.
send this cow to heaven.
In for them.
May you have 30 virgins in heaven. This cow. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yo, the lyrics is awesome.
I don't know why y'all listen to me.
Okay.
Halal.
On that note, because that's frightening. On that frightening note,
yeah, we gotta
let's get to the final thoughts. Let's not make it frightening like it is for these poor animals.
Carnage on the whole thing, D. Like, let's start with Carnage, man.
Final
thoughts.
I said,
final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Yeah, man.
Love yourself more, man. Love yourself more. Find ways to just make yourself better. You know, if it's through your eating, if it's through your spiritual growth because of your eating, is it through your exercise? Is it through how you know what I mean? You know, find that. Use that as like a base. Love yourself more. Everything else will just start to cultivate that way. Like, you know, the better eating people around who are trying to encourage you to eat better, to live better. You know what I mean? Instead of like us being in this erratic anxiety, like, you know, wild pornographic mind stated mode of just like madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, find time to make peace for yourself too. Take time for yourself. Turn off your phone. Get off the internet. Just tune out from everybody, even if it's for 10, 15 minutes, man. Like, you could get a lot done in your life within that day. So love yourself more, yo, for real.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Carnage. We appreciate you, man, and it's all love, man. You know, you're a friend of the Randumb Thoughtz room. You know what I'm saying? You're a friend of Randumb Thoughtz. Anytime you want to come through, holla at me, man. You already know what it is.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I know every place you put your stamp at, I got a place, man. So I already know. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love. Appreciate the platform. Appreciate building with all of y'all here. Like, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been having a great weekend. So this was just an add-on to that, and I appreciate y'all for being a part of that too.
Word. Thank you for coming through, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Love you, my nigga. You already know.
Okay.
Yeah,
who's
for
next?
sure, man.
Who's next?
I got you. Final thought for me basically is you are what you eat. So just be mindful of what you are eating and what you're intaking, whether if that is from physically putting in your mouth to just holistically your whole body and self. So, and you don't have to, again, like I agree with Carnage, love on yourself. Don't get so mad about yourself that, you know, you didn't do it this day or do it that day. It's just all about making progress and improvement. So just improve on yourself slowly, and really you are what you eat and ingest in all senses.
Word.
That's great. So many pause-worthy moments in that final thought, but that's cool.
You would, of course, Steph. You know, we have to, of course. Okay, Steph, learn to be comfortable and put that out there.
Y'all were thinking it.
Y'all were symbols of meat. All right.
Nah, I love you, Avis. Okay, I guess it's my final thought. I think, you know, I was just thinking about my personal journey and this journey of reducing meat intake, and and you know, like I've oh man,
you did it to yourself.
My cat, I know that was karma right there. That was karma. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, yeah, I got you. I got you.
That happened to me.
Oh man.
Oh,
hey, yo.
All right, there we go. All right. Now we back. Going on my personal journey of reducing meat in my life, including in my lesbianism. I have it's starting again. I feel so much more energy. Like from everyone's laughing. I have so much more energy because of it, because I've been taking in more vegetables, and I've been leaning more towards a pescatarian regimen. I'm not quite vegetarian or vegan yet, but I have noticed the difference. So I agree with the Av is, you are what you eat. And and I think, with growth and evolution, I mean, I think people should continue to do research. If you're doing research, try things out. Don't be afraid to to make that change, especially if you want to see more drastic positive change in your life. I think it does all come back to what you consume, and yeah, just continue to learn. Like, my skin is clearer and everything. Like, it affects every part of and every aspect of your life. So I would just say continue to do the research, and just love yourself and respect yourself in every form and fashion.
Who's
next?
Final thoughts. Ramos is next.
Oh, my final thought. I mean, I just found this whole thing informative. I mean, there was a lot of questions, a lot more questions I have. We don't have the time, but maybe part 2, or in a different, like a side topic part, around this. But I have seen the one thing I want to take away. I want to say is that the whole thing about you are what you eat. The fear, like the fear thing we're talking about, how that consumption of that affects you in your mental well-being. So that's something people need to look more into. That not enough people. I mean, we've been talking about this since KRS-One was talking about this back in the day on his records. Right. Talking about consumption of meat, and the fear and the chemicals that you consume will affect you, and in turn will cause diseases and stuff like that. So that's all I have to say. And thank you again, Carnage. We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate y'all too, man.
All right, bring it home, lyrics.
Yeah, always do, man. You know me, man. Like, anyway, final thoughts. Listen, guys, I thank everybody for coming today. There's been some technical difficulties on my end or whatever have you. Can't stand in my original spot today, but there's some stuff going outside, last minute stuff. Steph, forget you, nobody cares. What I like to say is this. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I still deal with meat. I still eat meat. My meat consumption has went down. I've stopped eating meat after a certain time, like after, I'll say, maybe 6, 7 o'clock. So, because what I've started to realize is it's something that Carnage did say. He said when you eat like at a certain hour, because I used to work at night. So for some reason, when my schedule changed, with my job or whatever, I still find myself eating like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and then going to sleep at like 1 o'clock. So the food kind of gets stuck in your stomach, and then you start throwing it out and all this other stuff. So right now I'm just trying to work on my time as far as eating is concerned. So plus on top of that, like I said, even though I'm like, I'm gonna eat this, that, third, fried chicken, or whatever, I am cutting down on that. Seriously. So guys, health is wealth. Take care of yourselves. Like everybody else here is saying, like, that's very serious. So, take that into consideration. And that's it. That's the final thought. And this wraps up another episode of Randumb Thoughtz. You know what I'm saying? We still here?
Yeah, we still here.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my screen, man. Like, there's been a whole bunch of technical difficulties on my end, man. But guys, tune in next week. Next week is going to be a crazy ass episode. That's all I'm gonna say. With episode 3-3, we will be talking about the Roe versus Wade overturn. That will be an open discussion. Everybody could come through, say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel, men, women, all that. I know it's going to be a whole bunch of shit. It's going to be a shitstorm. I can't wait. Let the fuckery commence. I am with it. I'm with the shit. That's the reason why. Like, I'm excited for next week. I am excited for next week.
Of course you are. You love chaos.
Like, we talking about raincoats, or we're talking about bulletproof vests?
Yeah. Right.
Probably gonna need all of that.
All that.
Go inside your bomb shelters if you have one.
Factorial.
That's
what kind of rain shower we have.
I already got into an argument with a coworker over it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody at my job too. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all tune in next Sunday also. So like I said, man, episode 3-3, Roe versus Wade overturn, open discussion. You know, please subscribe, guys. Link is in the bio. Tell your friends and tell a friend, tell them again. For those who subscribe, thank you very much. We thank you very much for the comments. And it's all love. You know what I'm saying? So please hit the like button. Also hit the bell notification so you know when the episodes are coming up. Please. You know what I'm saying? And Dolphy Productions said go vegan. I'm gonna try to go vegan until I hit a chicken spot. That's all I can say. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I hit the chicken spot,
or a bodega that makes great chopped cheese.
You're gonna mess around.
Doesn't matter if they make great chopped cheese. They have chopped cheese.
You're gonna mess around and the chicken spot gonna hit you, yo. You know what I mean?
Unless they make a vegan chopped cheese that is comparable to actual chopped cheese.
Yeah, they got vegan
spot. Remember that?
Yeah, they got vegan chicken.
Green Soul.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it no longer exists because I looked it up. But man, that Impossible Philly cheesesteak. Ooh.
Yeah, be careful that Impossible burgers and things.
It's impossible that it is what it is.
That's okay, because
facts. They putting things in these foods, man. That's not even animal, fam. Put it that way.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You are
anyway, you gonna be in this episode on that part?
Yes, sponsored by lovingmyveganlife.com.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dolphy Productions, for that. Y'all check that out. Show us some love.
Go to lovingmyveganlife.com. Get your life right.
And also go to nettergold.com.
Word up.
Yes, sir. Get your life right. Get your life right. Go to Vegan Tastes Good also. You know what I'm saying? Like on Instagram. Her page is fire. I had to let y'all know that, man. Her page, she's very informative when it comes to all that shit. Faye. Shout out to Faye. You know,
word.
All that. But guys, we gotta get out of here. So for Carnage, for Adviz, for Famous Ramos, for Stephanie Gale, this is the LYR to the ICS lyrics signing off, yo. We will catch y'all next week. Peace.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and protected by the First Amendment and the Ranters Union. All commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, teaching, and or scholarship of copyrighted material is protected by the Fair Use Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. iRant Network and the founder of the Ranters Union, Jalogic, aka Mr. M, recommends that you take what is said and do your own research. Read a goddamn book and form your own opinion. Furthermore, listen carefully to the ranters rant and debate their opinions and form your own conclusion. Thank you for watching this member-supported program, powered by the Ranters Union and produced for the iRant Network. Good day.